thank you also for all practices that you shared, but also you make me smiling because I remember the time when I used to play games. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, hey guys, hey everyone. My name is Artur. I'm from Manychat, and today I'm going to share and to talk about our lessons that we as a company we learned in our growth journey. Before I'm going to deep dive, a couple of words about myself. It's about 10 years in product management in different roles. I started my career in travel tech, then switched to food tech, and right now, the last 4 years in B2B SaaS, really passionate about it. Also, I believe in magic of numbers. It's maybe probably my background. I'm a mathematician, maybe something else, but I don't know. Also, try to be first principle and systems thinking, challenging myself, challenging teams, and a couple funny facts about myself. I love my dog Tinky, run races. My favorite one is a half marathon and play hang drum. So yeah, and right now, before we are going to deep dive into our journey, I want to ask you, are you familiar with the Manychat? Have you heard something about our product? Yeah, great. Maybe a couple of words I explain in simple words what we are doing. I remember it's maybe years ago, my mom again asked me, Artur, can you explain me in simple words what you do? Yeah, and at this time it was difficult. It's a B2B SaaS business, and my mom, she's not familiar with all of this stuff. And I explained her that with the company, we help other businesses to do marketing and sales in messenger apps. It was not so simple, but it was easy for her to understand and then explain. But maybe make it more relevant for you guys because you're like professionals, and I hope you understand. So, company was founded 8 years ago. It's a chat marketing platform, and yeah, with a focus on messengers such as Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, with the main use cases about the marketing, sales, and services also. B2B SaaS company, product-led, with the main markets is the US, Brazil, and all of the Americas. Also European and some markets related to the Asia. What else? Trusted by 1 million businesses and over the world, and these numbers also the reason explain why we are SMBs focused. Yes, it's a fully self-served, and this context will be important when we will go deeper with about the cases. And also a couple of words about the company. Right now we are about 150 around the world with the main hubs in Austin, US, Barcelona, and Yerevan, and some other cities also. So let's go. Main theme of the topic that I'm talking is the growth. But before I'll start to share our lessons, I want to ask also what is growth? And when does it relevant to focus on it? So this is really fundamental because when we answer this question for ourselves, we fully change the mindset. And let's look at this chart. When you start your product, your business, you're at the explore stage. When some magic happens, and after that you start to expand your business. And then you extract the value, the revenue, and the y-axis is some business metrics like revenue, the time scale. And how do you think, what is this being star? Yes, definitely. It's a product market fit. And there are a lot of different maybe definitions, how to explain what is this, how to measure. I suggest to use this simple one. It's when your product's value meets customer needs. And let's think about it. And again, this is a product market fit. And from this point of view, we define the growth as the growth is about value distribution. Growth is not about growth hacking. It's not about the black patterns. It's only relevant to think about it when you understand your product market fit, you have a value, and then you expand it. So let's keep it in mind because it will help us to understand our logic in our next steps when we work with the growth. And so the first lesson is the focus only on your product ICP. ICP is ideal customer profile. So guys, please raise your hands and who can state that you know your ideal customer profile. So great. So ideal customer profile, it's maybe how to think about it. It's maybe like a jobs to be done perspective. what's the main requested use case features that you have this segment of audience. Yes, it's really great that you know it, but sometimes I know it's how it's maybe challengeable to find it, to define it. And yes, it's really important. And how we identify it, because we also was in a situation when we couldn't identify it, and we couldn't describe it in simple words, and who is our ideal customer profile, who is our target persona for whom we build the product on a day-to-day basis. And we started with long-term cohorts, and this is a log retention chart, and we took customers who stay with the platform with over 4 months and not more than 8 months. We made some qualitative research, quantitative research, a lot of interviews, a lot of insights, and it was a first foundation for us how to define this segment. But I want to share one insight with you, that there were 2 segments, casual users and power users. And our learnings here is that we should be really careful to split all customers between these 2 segments. Because most customers who will come to your interview will be power users. They really want to talk with you because they love your product. But maybe only 1% of your customers. And most of them is a casual users. It's really difficult to find them, but you build product for them because these are maybe 80% of your customers. Please keep in mind it. And every time when you talk with your customers, I didn't understand who it is. It was really helpful for us to understand. The next one, we started to profile it. All new signups come to the platform. So some maybe obvious basic techniques that you can use with this profiling. It's a registration questionnaire. Usually for B2B SaaS, we have 3 types of questions. It's about the user, business, and use case. And one of the important topic for us was about the user and business questions related to users and business. They are stable because usually business, they don't change the industry. If they e-commerce business, they e-commerce business. But use cases, for example, I can start with one use case and switch to another one, and it means that you can answer this question during the whole lifetime of your customers in the platform. So what we know is the 95% is like as a benchmark, and we have the same close to these numbers, and we have a space for optimization also. And this is like some. We also analyzed the markets, all B2B SaaS. This is like as a benchmark 10 questions, 3 screens. With this structure, it's about 95% of registration, particular of this stage. Also, what we did, we do right now, and you can do with your products, is automatically profile your customers, analyze their websites, analyze emails, social media, whatever you have when new customer join your platform. So all of this information can help you to profile all new signups and then make decision who is your ideal customer profile and focus on them. And the third step here was about focus only on ICP's metrics. So let's explain what does it mean and how it really was important for us. So you have all new signups, and we can split it into the 2 different segments, non-relevant and relevant. For Manychat, for example, non-relevant, who is this? Is a customers who started to use platform and mark that they use it for test the platform. So right now, when we know that these customers is just for test, we don't care about their experience. We don't look on their metrics. Yeah. And then you also split relevant between 2 groups. There's a product ICP and sales ICP. Because for example, in some cases, maybe in your companies, you have a sales team and you want to provide white glove service for them. And for product teams, it's really important to focus only on these guys and look on their metrics and drive their behavior. So this is a chart of an aha moment in the platform. So before, we measured for all accounts. But after that, we understood who is our ICP, and we compare this aha moment between 2 groups, product ICP and non-relevant segments. And you can see this difference. Yeah? It was we did this analysis back for several months, and the numbers was huge. And after that, we started focus only on the first group because it's really important. And we care only about them. Move forward. And the next lesson was about, yes, we know our ideal customer profile. We understood how to profile them, the use case. And the next was how to build the simplest experience to get value for them. I want to start with this chart. When customers start to use our platform, they have an intent with some use cases. And we took the top 3 use cases. It was about maybe years ago. And deep dived into each one and understood that for our ICP, the main use case is the green one. And you can see that on those moments, adoption was on the second one. 2 times lower, it's absolute numbers. And after we understood it, we decided, okay, let's make a bet on it. And we started to talk and invite and drive only this use case, because we believe that this is really valuable. And build the simplest experience, excitable how to start with this use case. And you can see these numbers, how it started. Several months, we started to grow, and right now it's several times higher than the second use case. It was before years ago. It was a really great experience for us to understand it and then to start to drive it. And how we worked on it. So first of all, you as a product managers, you know the nature of your product, and you can you understand your customer, you know the meaningful usage use case of your product, and we define the desired meaningful behavior, and we try to drive it. So after that, we build the activation funnel. So as an indicator that we do the right things, we do the right, we encourage the right behavior. With we use this reforge approach for setup moment, aha moment, and habit moment, call it as activation. Also after that, we analyzed emotional state of customer journey, of which steps, yes, where are our customers confused, where not, and how we can try to make them excitable with each steps and remove any obstacles. And then we start to build simplest and excited customer experience, and finally repeat. Do it regularly, based on base, sprint over sprint. And yeah, this was the result. So it works for us, and I hope it will work for others. It's really simple, but the most important to understand the foundations. Yes, what is the value, what is the nature of your product, and how to drive it. Yeah, this was about the second lesson for us. Just narrow your focus and drive this experience. Okay, move forward. When we started, maybe not we started, before, it was maybe 3 years ago when I joined the company, we had experienced that, okay, let's focus in this quarter on growth. Let's drive these metrics. And at the end of the quarter, we haven't results. We didn't achieve anything. And we were frustrated, and we switched to another project, and it was really difficult for us. But then we understood that it's really team game. It's a long game. It's impossible to achieve anything in 1 quarter, in a short term. But when we return to the growth, movement, and had a first wins, we asked ourselves how to establish sustainable growth, because we don't want right now only 1 wins or 2 wins. We want to really grow as a company in a sustainable way and manage it. And I think that some of you, maybe most of you, heard about the Elena Verna as a product growth influencer. And one of the frameworks she shared that there are some leverages, 3 leverages of the growth: as acquisition, monetization, and retention. This is the simplest way. And also you have these 3 leverages: a product-led growth, marketing-led growth, and sales-led growth. It's mostly for B2B SaaS. And if you want to have a sustainable growth, you should have all of these 9 quadrants. It will work for you and will drive your growth when you do the product-led acquisition, when you do marketing-led acquisition, and how they empower. This is ideal way. Of course, its reality is really difficult that all of them work for you. I really want to be honest that right now at Manychat we are focused only on these 2, and we don't have a sales direction. And not all of them really performs well. This is how we try right now to make a synergy between product team, marketing team, for better monetization, retention, and acquisition. So, as I mentioned, that months and quarters ago, we started with, okay, product teams, guys, you're responsible for growth. But when we face the first wins, we asked ourselves, okay, how we can drive more acquisition with better results, how we can leverage the monetization, and we came to the marketing team, how you can help us. And after that, okay, product marketing team, how you can help with the right messaging in our lifecycle, on the landing page, with the right promises, and then integrate it into the product. Okay, monetization team, how we can fit the monetization with the product value. It's also the question. Community, how we can talk with our customers who engaged around the idea of chat marketing in our platform. Also talk with the main use cases about the main value. Then we start with the lifecycle, customer education, support. And reality is that all of the teams right now, all of the company care about the growth. With the main metrics, drive the same use cases, educate the customers, all channels, because not only product responsible for growth, it is about the company game. And as example, we started with lifecycle. We saw the really significant impact on our activation metric. Then we started with community and customer education, and all of this contributed to the main idea, how we can customers activate into the platform and get value. So as a result, business metrics for B2B SaaS, the log retention, net revenue retention significantly increased. But I think that what is really important after all of the stage is how team change the mindset, how to think about the growth, how to work with it. And this is, as I mentioned, this is a long-term game. And if you just hack it in one quarter or maybe one stage, it doesn't mean that you'll succeed in the future. But right now, I'm really confident with a team who understand how to think about from first principle thinking to drive the growth with the foundation of it. So summary of lessons. Focus on your product ICP, build the simplest experience to get value. And yes, growth is a long-term, as a company game, not only one team. Yeah, and this is the end. And as you remember, I started my keynote and I call it as in growth we trust. But reality is that after years of working with growth, we can sell that in value we trust, not growth. Because if you have value, you can drive your company, you can grow your company. But if not, it's nothing to grow. Yeah, thank you so much. Really happy to answer questions.
And we have 5 minutes for a question.
Yeah.
Does anybody have?
I'm Ren from the SEMrush. Can you
Yeah.
tell us how you changed the mindset, like from the company perspective? Like what was drivers behind it? Like it was your idea, someone else's. Who managed all of that?
Yeah. So yes. Yeah. The question is about how we change the mindset of the team and generally the company. So idea was about and how we started to think that we explained that our company mantra, like as a value is the first. So value creation then value capture. So value creation is really the idea. And the next one, we did the exercise how we break down the metrics, started from business metrics from ARR to log retention, then to the activation and the value product metrics. And then all teams, as I mentioned before, start to care how we can drive activation. So starting from CEO, from the marketing leaders, product leaders, all teams care about how we can drive activation. When every meetings, every all hands, you start, hey, this is activation, this is a value. And after several quarters, everyone in the company starts to think about activation. So this is there are no silver bullet how to solve it. It's also about this clear structure, clear focus for everyone in the company. It's simple definition. So we have a really simple definition about activation, simple definition of the value, and we talk every time about it.
Good, thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah?
Can you please expand on your business metrics?
What do you mean? Expand?
Just
Numbers?
more about it.
Okay, great. I cannot tell the values of these numbers.
Sure.
Yes,
What's
but
the meaning?
yes, the meaning. So for B2B SaaS, for this type of business, one main metric is ARR, is annual recurring revenue. And then it's split as a different one. Marketing responsible, how many new paid accounts they acquire in the platform. It's as a new revenue. And product, in general, product responsible for recurring revenue. So, sorry?
I'm just fascinated.
Okay.
It's completely different terms.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world, so.
Yes, so it's mostly about the net revenue retention. Yes, and then you split the net revenue retention between the log retention and the RPPA.
What's log retention?
Log retention is this chart I shared on the chart is for how many accounts you remain on the platform and stay paid for you. So logos is mean like brands logos, business logos. It's the same as like as a account creation. Oh, sorry, account retention in payment.
And what was
Yeah.
the second thing you said? IRP?
RPP, average revenue per paid account. Or maybe RPPU for paid user, yes, the same. Because for B2B SaaS, on one account, for example, there are a team who works on it, and so we calculate all metrics related to the business and call it account.
Okay, since we're asking about metrics,
Yeah.
what is the difference between marketing and product marketing?
Marketing care more about the acquisition, and product marketing is a bridge between product and marketing. And the main goal, there are some soft goals and like mid-metrics goal for this team. But the foundation of the soft goals is the messaging, positioning. The main team who care more about the market, what's happening in the market, opportunities, the customers, competitors landscape. It's some mix of the product management and the marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, in our company, this team also responsible for life cycle. Sorry?
What is that?
Life cycle is sorry. Life cycle communications. I mean that, for example, when customers start to use the platform, you send every week, every month, some message about the user platform, educate the customers. You can send through email, through apps, do it in the product, all this stuff.
Thank you.
It's a different world, yes?
It's a completely different world. I feel like I've never worked in product management before.
Right.